Last night at Candlestick Park in San Francisco, Dodger catcher Mike Scioscia delivered the winning base hit in the second inning as Greg Brock scored the only run of the game. It was enough for pitcher Fernando Valenzuela, who hurled his second straight shutout. While striking out 10 Giants, he allowed just 4 hits. And the Dodgers, with their best April since 1977, start the month of May in first place, up by 1 game. KTTV presents Dodger Dugout as the Dodgers and the Giants get ready for baseball at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. Good evening, everyone. I'm Elaine Perkins. Last night's Dodger game in San Francisco should erase any doubt about Fernando Valenzuela's performance this year. After a slow start that had friends and critics alike concerned and asking what's wrong with Fernando, he has now pitched 2 shutouts in a row. His 4-hit, 10-strikeout performance last night was one of his great games. The victory allowed the Dodgers to take a full game lead over the idle Padres, while it was the Giants' 8th loss in a row, burying them even deeper in last place. The Giants got off to a good start last night. In the bottom of the first, after Manny Trillo had walked, Al Oliver singled to right, and with only 1 out, it looked like San Francisco was in business. But then when batter Jack Clark missed a hit-and-run sign, Oliver was thrown out at second by Mike Scioscia. A spoiled scoring opportunity like that is a manager's nightmare, and during the Giants' long losing streak, Frank Robinson has had more than his share of those. Now, with 1 out in the top of the second, Greg Brock, who had been out 2 games with a sprained wrist, got back into the swing of things. He singled to right. Then with Mike Scioscia batting, Brock avoids Johnny LeMaster's tag on the steal attempt. He'll end up at second base. Moments later, Scioscia singles up the middle to give the Dodgers a 1-0 lead. Mike is now batting .300, and this was his 5th game-winning hit of the season. After that run scored, Fernando's pitching and the work of the Dodger defense would be the only source of excitement. Dave Anderson's quick reflexes and Greg Brock's ability to dig the ball out of the dirt will stop Joel Youngblood's bid for an infield hit. That was in the second inning. And then in the bottom of the 4th, Fernando catches Jack Clark leaning the wrong way on this pickoff play. And that means Clark is caught in a pickle. Dave Anderson runs him down, and you bet he'll tag him out. We said the defense was exciting. In the bottom of the 5th, Tommy Lasorda got excited when Mike Marshall and Terry Whitfield got confused on a Chili Davis ball to left center. They both misplayed it, and Chili winds up on second base. Fernando lost control a little bit of a pitch. He hits Giant catcher Bob Brenly, who started toward the mound, but then he'll stop. He'll reconsider. He had second thoughts about the bout or about Fernando's aim. With 2 men on, Johnny LeMaster attempted to lay down a bunt. He'll miss, but so did Scioscia, and the runners advanced to second and third. Then LeMaster hits a ground ball there to Guerrero, who fired to the plate where Davis ran into a brick wall. His name? Mike Scioscia. How do you do? It was a fine defensive play that prevented the run from scoring. In the bottom of the 7th, Fernando was in trouble again. Chili Davis hits a ground ball that ate Pedro up at third base. Only Dave Anderson's quickness stopped this from being a 2-base hit. After Bob Brenly singled to left, Dusty Baker summoned to pinch hit against his former teammates. He hit a ball that had double play written all over it, but Sachs had trouble finding the handle. The Dodgers got the force, and Baker was safe at first. But with 2 runners on base, Fernando dodged the bullet. He induces Jeff Leonard to ground out to Sachs for out number 3, and a perfect throw by Sachs. In the bottom of the 9th, Fernando records his 10th strikeout of the night as a dejected Frank Robinson prepares to take yet another defeat. And the final out provided some more excitement, too, in the Dodger outfield. This time is Candy Maldonado prepared to catch the fly ball. Mike Marshall takes charge to ensure the putout. For Valenzuela, it was a magnificent performance. He lifted his 1984 record to 3-2, lowered his ERA to 2.93. The Dodgers have now won 4 of 5 on this road trip. We'll return with another look at the great Dodger-Giant rivalry right after this timeout.
Dodger Dugout is brought to you in part by your neighborhood True Value hardware store.
You'll know it's warmer outside when you see the great seasonal values inside the spring and summer catalog from True Value hardware stores. Keep your lawn green with a Melnor adjustable aqua gun, just $2.99. Choose from assorted True Value alkaline batteries priced at only $1.49. A Taylor dial thermometer, only $4.99, will tell you just how warm it is outside. And you'll find this True Value chamois for just $6.88 in the spring and summer catalog and at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Hi, everybody. This is your old buddy, Mickey Rooney, with Legs and Miller in the wackiest musical to come around since your grandfather paid a nickel for an ice cream cone. It's called Sugar Babies. It's belly laughs, belly dancers, pie in the face, drop your pants, gorgeous scams, snap the garter, and wave the flag. Earl Wilson of the New York Post calls it the funniest show he's ever seen. If you don't like a good time, don't come to see Sugar Babies, but we'll be looking for you.
At the Pantages Theater. Call now, 410-1062.
Snapper sure makes lawn care easy. Like my new lightweight 19-inch mower. All I do is adjust the height, set the throttle, and mow. Snapper options let me mulch cuttings or shred leaves so the bag holds more. Good job, Snapper. We'll do it again next week.
Anywhere you cut it, it's a
$50 trade-in now going on and revolving credit terms at participating Snapper dealers.
There has rarely been a dull moment since the Dodgers came to town in 1958. Southern California fans have climbed to the heights and fallen to the depths of emotion following the fortunes of their team. Many of the most emotional moments have been provided with the help of a bitter enemy, the Giants.
In May of 1957, the National League gave the Dodgers and the Giants the go-ahead to move their clubs, and both teams settled here in California simultaneously. And in 1959, the Dodgers won their first World Championship in Los Angeles. In 1962, the Dodgers were in first place from July 8th until the last game of the regular season, when the San Francisco Giants caught them and forced them into a three-game playoff. As in 1951, the two teams split the first two games. And in the sixth inning of the deciding game, Maury Wills stole his 104th base of the season and continued home on a wild throw to give the Dodgers a seemingly safe 4-2 lead over the Giants. But as Los Angeles fans were learning, there was never a sure bet against the Giants. San Francisco scored 4 times in the ninth, the winning run scoring on a walk with the bases loaded. The Giants won the game 6-4, and with it, the pennant. In 1965, the two teams were involved in one of the worst brawls in all of baseball history, as Giant pitcher Juan Marichal decided to settle a dispute with the Dodgers and their catcher Johnny Roseboro with the blunt end of a baseball bat. Some 9 years later, memories of the Battle of Candlestick surfaced again when Dodger pitcher Bill Singer hit Willie Mays. We pick up the voice of Jerry Doggett as Marichal pitches to Singer in the next inning.
At his head, and Singer leans back. And Shag Crawford steps out to Warren Marichal. That one was inside, hits Buckner, and he's going after Marichal. But Gibson gets out there and stops it. Buckner is hit on the arm, and Gibson goes out there. And now we're going to have action as Bill Sudeikis is in the middle of it. From the reaction at home plate, it looks like Marichal is going to be chased out because they have the bullpen busy. All right, Marichal had been warned, remember. He had been warned by plate umpire Shag Crawford for throwing at Singer. And Marichal is now making a choking motion to Shag Crawford, and he's being chased out of the game. And Willie Mays is now all over Shag Crawford. And here comes Jerry Johnson in there. He's trying to jump on the umpires, and they have to pile Jerry Johnson on the ground.
Some great Dodger achievements have come against the Giants in Candlestick Park. Jerry Royce pitched a no-hitter against the Giants in July of 1980. And how about that bizarre play back in 1978 involving former Dodger player Lee Lacy?
And the crowd now, a lot of them on their feet. As you can hear a roar in the background, they're one out away. A drive to right center. Jack Clark is digging, so is Herndon. They bump together, and I don't know. There's the ball, but I don't know how they've ruled it. They are ruling it in play. Here comes Lacy to the plate to score. And the Dodgers are going to tie it up on a collision in right center field.
And on the last day of the season in 1982, killer Joe Morgan sent the Dodger chances for a National League Western pennant into orbit and down the tubes with a dramatic game-winning home run. The Dodger-Giant rivalry and all its fights, knockdowns, victories, and defeats is alive and well this year. And as in every year, Dodger fans, Giant fans, and baseball fans in general will be treated to a great show whenever these two old rivals get together.
No matter what part of the country you live in, you can enjoy a green and healthy lawn and garden with the help of quality supplies from True Value Hardware Stores. Get ready for planting with their selection of Green Thumb lawn and garden tools, and protect plants, flowers, and grass all season long with ready-to-use Ortho insect and weed killers in convenient spray bottles. Then for added protection around everything you grow, install sturdy Gilbert and Bennett welded fencing, available from participating True Value Hardware Stores and home centers.
Heinz Walter for Murray, the official manufacturer of bicycles for the 1984 Olympics.
I'm showing my boys what it takes to make the Olympics. Now let me show you Murray's new 84 Olympics bike. It's light, it's tough, and just like my boys, it's got the heart of a winner. And it's the only bike that has the right to wear the Olympic symbols. Now everyone can ride the 84 Olympics from Murray. Let's go, guys, let's do it now or never.
Murray gives you more.
There's a certain Southwest spirit. If you listen, you can hear it.
People ask me why Southwest Airlines is so successful.
There's a certain Southwest style. You can see it in the smile.
Seems perfectly obvious to me. Brilliant leadership.
There's a certain Southwest flair. You can feel it in the air.
Well, there might be some other reasons.
We're Southwest Airlines. Keeping fares low. Spirits high for you.
Dodger Dugout has been brought to you in part by Allstate. For home, auto, business, health, and life, you're in good hands with Allstate.
Well, it had been raining in San Francisco, but it stopped just in time for the Dodger-Giant game. Bert Hooton on the mound for the Dodgers. He is 0-0. He's been in the bullpen, but now filling in for the injured Jerry Royce. He'll go against the Giants, Mark Grant. He's 0-1. We'll be back Sunday morning at 10 a.m. as the Dodgers travel to Pittsburgh. Stay tuned for the Dodger pregame show with Vin Scully. Jerry Doggett will talk to Dodger Vice President and General Manager Al Campanis. And Vin will bring you up to date on today's Major League Baseball action. And then it's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants.
Southern California, hamburger capital of the world, home of the Double Double Burger from In-N-Out. When Southland